Welcome back to Boruto Anime Review, episode number 100. Make it the second. This is the second review series I've done on this channel, where it's basically reached triple digits. The first one was my comic corner, and now it's an anime review. Boruto, I guess, is not surprising because I've been reviewing the series since it started back in 2017. Yeah, so I've been reviewing the series now for 2 years. Wow. Even though this is actually reviewing the 101st episode of the anime, Jungo's Reinforcements. Yep. And this episode kicks off with, well, you have Team 7 minus Konohamaru, where they decide what to do, and then we cut to what Sasumari is up to, and we see she's met up with Sagoshu and Karin. Yep. These two making their first appearance since the start of the Mitsuke arc. Oh, before I continue, there is something that happened, like, at the beginning of this episode when they show the opening. I was like, wow, it's about time. Especially since the last opening titles dealt with the last major arc of this series, the Mitsuke disappearance arc. Or, for a lot of people, a waste of time. And dragging out for no reason at all. Yeah, we finally got new opening titles, and these opening titles are really good. Yeah, you don't see much of the original Hidden Leaf 12 in this one. It's basically focused on a lot of the characters, and you see, like, also it looks like a glimpse of the future of Boruto Himari going through training. It's interesting that Himari is going through this because she's never developed an interest in becoming a ninja, not that I can think of, no. But it's interesting to know that she's actually trying this out, which is great, the fact that she's doing this. And you can see Hanada in the titles, which you don't see her very often in the opening titles. And she's in like a lot of the opening titles for this new one. Yes, I gotta praise it for that. And it's a good song too. Yeah, and so it looked like Sasumari is about to attack Sagso, and then she gets knocked, and she just passes out because of exhaustion. Yeah, and of course Boruto's being upset with him once he sees her basically on the ground, and Saguro is basically doing whatever. And now Boruto's met these two people before. Well, he's never met Kaori before, and I know that Mitsuke, him knowing who these two are, not surprising because he's Orochimaru's son. As far as I can tell, this is by far Boruto's first interaction with Karin, and well, just like the way it was with Naruto Shippuden, she barely interacts with him. Yeah, for a woman who is a distant relative of Boruto, she just doesn't talk to him very much. I mean, they exchange between each other, like maybe 2 or 3 lines of dialogue. I mean, I get the fact, yes, Sadara, it's great the fact that she's got good character development with her. Especially since, well, she basically has known Sadara since she was born. But why not get a chance to know Boruto? After all, he is distant relative of hers, but nope, we have to keep up with what Kishimoto was up to. Yeah, this is probably where a lot of people pet peeves about this character, is the fact that, well, the viewer anybody who's ever watched Naruto Shippuden knows that Karin is from the same clan as Naruto Uzumaki. And as for if they were interacting with each other, the answer is no, but she did see him in the ending title during a post-credit sequence in one of the episodes of Shippuden. But as far as I can tell, these two have never exchanged word dialogue at all, and it seems quite stupid the fact Kishimoto himself basically did this. You have a woman who has red hair and is from the Uzumaki clan, and she doesn't have interaction with Naruto. Wow, what poor character development. It's kind of the same. Now, the only other character aside from the Sasuke she interacted with was Ino's father. Was it Ino's father? No, it was not Ino's father. He actually was dead prior to this. He actually was, well, at war at this point. Actually, she did interact with him. Yeah. She interacted with him and the first proctor of the tuning exam from the original Naruto series. That's the only other character she interacted with. I mean, she a little bit interacted with Kakashi. I mean, Naruto and Karin maybe have seen each other, never exchanged word dialogue. At least Boruto's kind of exchanged words dialogue with Karin, but yet, nope. let's just focus on Sadara and Karin. Now, I do like the fact that they do follow up from her last appearance in the series in this episode, where basically, because of the brief interaction, and of course, she asked about the glasses, which was something, it was actually a follow up to something she wanted to ask her back during the Sadara arc, which I do appreciate the fact they actually do follow up with this. It's just, yeah, her glasses working fine. But I do know from the preview of next week she's going to use her Shuriken, which I'm looking forward to that. And it looks like, though, the next week's episode is going to be the beginning and the end of this arc. So I'm glad this arc is not going to stretch over too long. Thank God for that. And, of course, in the episode we have, well, Team 7, Karin, Sago, and Sumri basically formulated a plan to rescue Sumri's friends, Django and Konohamaru. Misuke will go look at the Konohamaru. Sajo and Boruto go rescue Django. Sumri rescue her friends, and Karin and Sadara will go and drag out the two people who actually attacked Sumri. And it turns out, now the viewer, this is kind of hints at, and it's confirmed this episode that the two green hair people part of that research team from the Land of Rivers, yeah, they were the ones who attacked Sumri's team. Now my question is why? Why in the world they attacked them for? I mean, there is really no reason why they need to attack them. I mean, yes, they're going to contact the village. Fine. But could they at least ask them why they're contacting the village? Nope. Let's just kill them. Or at least affect them with a curse mark. Which, so Sumri, when she rescues him in the episode, she does give him a serum which looks like it's a cure for this curse mark. And from what I can tell, it's an artificially made curse mark. It's not the same curse mark from Django. Yep, and there's a plot twist involving the scientist, the bird watcher guy from the first part of this arc. Yeah, he's part of this arc's beginning, and there's a plot twist involving him. I did not see this coming at all, especially since there has been no hint to this at all that he was going to, well, turn bad. Now, in the case of Land of Rivers, where they show what they're up to with Django and they see them first in this episode, I wasn't all that surprised because, excuse me, these people are very shady. As for now, it's kind of confirmed that they are the ones responsible for this artificially artificially created curse mark. Yeah, it looks like that they're the ones who did it. As for why, it's not revealed in this episode, but it does confirm that yep, they're behind all this. But hopefully they actually explore this later on, like why the heck they're doing this. Also, I keep wondering though the whole time watching this episode, like, where the heck is Sasuke? Why isn't Sasuke basically known about this? I mean, I'm sure Orochimaru probably found a way to probably contact him and probably form him in the situation. But since Django is missing, well, Django is one of his close friends. I would figure though Sasuke would go after him, but no appearance by Sasuke for some reason. I'm glad the fact we have Karin in this episode because she hasn't really appeared that much this whole series. No, this episode is technically her third appearance in this anime. Yes. Well, her only appearance prior to those 3 episodes was appearing out photograph. As physical appearances, she only appears like 3 times. As for Shango, he actually has appeared several times in the series. He appeared in 2 episodes of the Sadara arc. He popped up in the Mitsuke arc. And he's popped up several times, of course, which I do appreciate the fact he does that. Django didn't really appear that very much, and it was also mentioned that Sadara did mention the Baruto had met Django before, but not that I remember. Maybe they briefly saw each other, but they never interacted with each other. I mean, he's more with Shago than with Django. Yeah. Oh yeah, and the plot twist at the end of the episode. It turns out the Birdwatcher is actually in it with him the whole time. Yeah, he says this is now his research lab, and he says, "Ooh, look at this! Django's got the original curse mark." And I do appreciate the mentioning of Orochimaru, which is the first time the guy has been referenced since the Mitsuki disappearance arc. I mean, the last episode of the arc was actually the last big appearance in the series. But Could we please have him? I mean, I'm sure he's going to show up at the end of the arc. I'm sure because he's frequently referenced this episode. But aside from Sasuke, I wouldn't mind an appearance by maybe Hanada, maybe helping out. Like maybe one of Hidden Leaf 12 can basically help out this team, but who knows? But next episode, it's going to be a brawl, and it's called Melee, which I'm looking forward to that. But overall, very good episode, good advance to the plot, and one thing I think a lot of people probably noticed about this arc, it looks like that the writers of this arc actually have bothered to actually. It seems as though the writers of this arc are, from what I can tell, they are fans of the franchise, and they have watched Boruto, so they know pretty much what's going on with these characters. And plus, I love the reference to this other arc, which is really nice. I try to find Edgar would appreciate it. Yep, I'm sure you would too. Yep. So yeah, that's really it for this particular review. I have a couple other videos planned I'm going to do right now. To finish this video, I'm going to do 2 comic corners. Yep. But see you next video. Bye.